All right, so are you considering moving to Decatur, Alabama? Well, today I'm going to be sharing with you all the 7 reasons that my wife and I decided to move here. So hopefully through this, it'll help you kind of see what the city's like, and it'll give you a sense of whether or not you want to be here, help you in that decision-making process of relocating or moving here to Decatur, Alabama. So let's get right on into it. So the number one reason has got to be community. So my wife has lived here for, I think 18 years. I think I got way more involved in community than she did during that time. I have many different groups I'm a part of here in Decatur and absolutely love it. And this is something, so the last state I lived in was a really small town over in Missouri where you just couldn't feel like you could break into that community. Like if you weren't born there, if you didn't go to the schools there, you just couldn't break in. Here is much more open and been able to definitely feel like I've become a part of the community. It's very welcoming. There's lots of different events that happen, like your Third Fridays, like your Jubilee festivals, your Dyken festivals, and there's just a lot going on that you can plug in and be a part of. And then there's a lot of small groups and like hobby groups and whatnot. So choral, I'm part of a civic chorus. I joined there, I think it was 2015. Memory's kind of, I don't remember for sure what year it was, but I think it was back in 2015. Anyway, now I'm a board member there of the Decatur Civic Chorus, and that's just been great. A lot of the members there have been longtime members, and you do get new faces, which is wonderful to see. But being able to see and sing with, that same set of friends season after season, year after year is a lot of fun. That's usually that's Tuesday evenings, and love that. I look forward to that. We have a wonderful director and pianist, and they do a great job. So, and then other groups I'm part of is a Toastmasters public speaking group in town. That's a great community that I'm plugged into. Our church is right there in Priceville, so we've got that. And then my wife and I just recently joined a square dance group, the Aiders from Decatur. We've absolutely been loving it. It's funny. It was just kind of she was like, "Hey, I saw this flyer. You want to go?" I'm like, "Sure." But we've really enjoyed it. So we both did different swing dance, or I did ballroom dance and swing dance back in high school. But this has been the group that's been the most friendly, and at least in our experience locally, which we haven't been to all of them. Don't take that the wrong way, but we've just really enjoyed this group. They're very welcoming, and we have a great time being there every week. And right here in town, it's not that far away. So there's a lot of different groups in town, lots of different hobby groups, and they do come and go over time. But back when we used to do the Let's Connect North Alabama podcasts, we featured a lot of different community groups here in Decatur. There are sewing, quilting groups, knitting groups, woodworking groups, gaming groups. I mean, just all kinds of different ways to get plugged in here. Community theater groups. So anyway, all that to say, there's a lot of community you can get plugged into, and I know that definitely helps when you're relocating to feel like you're a part of the area. So number 2 reason on the list is, and this may not apply for everyone, but for us, it definitely did. We had family in the area. Both our sets of parents that we're in good relationships with live here. So Decatur is a nice kind of central point where we're not so far away that we never see them, and not so close that we see them too much. So it works out well. Plus I have other family and cousins in the area, so that's nice too. All right, so the 3rd reason is cost of living. I mean, compared to Huntsville, and don't take this the wrong way, Huntsville's not bad cost of living, but Decatur's just even a little bit better. So it's definitely nice being a bit more affordable, and you gain a lot of bang for your buck here for what you're getting. So that is definitely a big plus, big reason that we chose here in Decatur over some of the other areas. And then the 4th is for our jobs. So my wife, she works here in town, and obviously I've got the real estate office here at Dean's List Realty here in town. And so that makes it convenient being close to each of our workplaces, and especially when gas prices were jumping up so much, it was nice not being out in the county and having to drive so much, because that gets expensive real quick when you're having to commute so much for work. But big plus, just just is where our jobs are. And there are a lot of job opportunities here. And it's still not that far away if you're looking at some of the other cities. But yeah, there's a lot of job opportunities here in town, and that's a big plus, especially paired with that cost of living. Before we continue on, if you want to know everything about what it is like to work, eat, sleep, play, and live here in Decatur, Madison, Athens, Huntsville, the whole North Alabama area, make sure to give this video a like, click that subscribe button, and tap that little bell icon because we upload a new video every week and you don't want to miss out. Plus, if you're thinking about moving here to Decatur, or really anywhere else, maybe by the end of this video you're like, nah, I don't really like Decatur, but anywhere else in the North Alabama area, our team here at Dean's List Realty, we're ready to help. So you just give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, however you want to get a hold of us. We're ready to help you find that perfect area to call home. So continue on with the list. So number 5 is definitely city conveniences. There is that idealized living out in the country, with acres and farm animals, which is when I was with my parents what they had, but you're so much further from the city, and it's been definitely nice being in the city, having the city conveniences, not being 20 minutes away from the nearest grocery store. It's a big plus, because if you forget something, you need to go get it, it's not that bad. So plus you have the hospitals here nearby. You have several urgent cares, the 2 hospitals in town, so that's nice in case there's any medical issues that pop up, to have that nearby. If you're feeling sick, you don't want to be in the car for 30, 45 minutes driving to the nearest hospital, so that's a nice plus. And then you have the rest of the city conveniences like restaurants, lots of restaurants nearby. You have movie theater. There's lots of different things, which we don't go out a whole lots. We usually will stay in, but it's nice to have those nearby and the option to go do different things. Number 6 on the list is parks and trails. So we're a big fan, me and my wife, of just free activities. And so having several different parks that we can walk around and kind of enjoy. And then what I really enjoy too sometimes are just the spontaneous date nights where we just have a picnic at the park over by Rhodes Ferry and we look over the water at the sunset. Those are a lot of fun, but just nice having the different trails, the different parks, the different activities to go to. Here just recently, us and some friends, we did some kayaking over on the Wheeler, by the Wheeler Wildlife Refuge in the water over there off 67. That was a whole lot of fun. So just a lot of different activities to do here that we enjoy. And then finally, number 7 on the list is Decatur is close to everything. So it isn't that far. It's not that bad to get to Huntsville, Athens, Madison. So you have all those. If you want a little bit more to do, it's not that bad to go drive over there. But you're not having to deal with the constant traffic there every day. We're not having to deal with the higher cost of living. We're not having to deal with those other inconveniences of being in a bigger city. So we kind of find this as kind of a nice little best of both worlds. You're close to everything. I mean, really, even going out a little bit further, we're not that far from Nashville. We're not that far from Birmingham or Atlanta. So you've got a lot of bigger cities that aren't that bad. Just do a day trip to and back. So that's a big plus, is you have lots of options. You're close to everything. We enjoy it here. So we've definitely enjoyed our experience. I don't know if we're going to be here forever. I mean, we're young enough. We'll probably move around a bit, but I've definitely enjoyed this city. I enjoy the people, and it's really become home for me, which is nice, especially moving around so much, being able to have found that place to lay some roots down and call homes. And while we don't have any little ones yet, definitely a big plus. There's a lot of things here that we can definitely see us taking our future kids to someday. The parks, like I mentioned earlier, there's all kinds of activities in town, like the Jubilee Festival, which would be a lot of fun. You have Point Mallard Water Park. I mean, come on, it's a water park. That's pretty cool. And the biking trails there. Plus again, being close to everything, you have all the educational opportunities there in Huntsville, like the Space and Rocket Center. In town, you have the Cook Museum of Astro Science, which we enjoyed a ton as adults going there. It was a lot of fun. And definitely see taking little ones there, featuring a lot of fun there. So lots of opportunities here. We see as a great fit for ourselves and what our needs are going forward. So hope that you have found this helpful. Again, this is kind of why we chose the city, what we looked at for our family, and decide for yourself if this city might be a good fit for you. We've got lots of videos on this channel for you to learn more about Decatur. And if you have any questions, hey, we're happy to help answer them. So give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. However you want to get a hold of us, we're ready to help you find that place to call home.